Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to another video. And today I wasn't sure what video to make, so I asked on Twitter, and a couple of people actually said talk about the movie, and I'm like, I haven't made a video on the movie. I think I've talked about it a lot on Kill Connor Club with Tyler and, you know, that kind of thing, but I thought what I'd do is have a little bit of a chill discussion about the movie. So I've got a couple articles here, I'll link both of them in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check those out for yourself. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll hop into this little discussion. So there's two new things that have come out of the movie. So one is kind of a little bit older, but I haven't really talked about it. But the newest thing is that the Spanish section set in the 15th century are actually in Spanish. They actually spoke Spanish, and we're going to be getting subtitles for those sections. And apparently the modern day and historical aspects are like reversed from the game. So you know how you'd get like 15 minutes modern day game? Like it's like that, but reversed. So we get like 15 minutes of like the historical aspect. So I'd say probably, say the movie's like, how long do you think it'll be? Like 2 hours, maybe something like that. I'd say that probably half an hour of that is historical aspects, maybe pushing 45 minutes. The rest is probably modern day, which I think is fucking weird as shit. But you know, I'm up to see what they do for that, because I am super interested in what they can do with the modern day. I hope maybe this pushes the games back on course to the modern day. But you know, as far as the movie goes, it's a new form of Assassin's Creed media, and so they don't have to stick with what they do with the games. They can mess around with it. We can have more modern. They could have done an entirely modern day, just talked about the Animus, and it could have been an Assassin's Creed movie set like that. Like, they don't have to do the same stuff as the games. They can do what they like, so I don't really have an issue too much with how they balanced it. The only thing is that it's like, yeah, how much does the Spanish Inquisition 15th century historical aspects fit into the storyline of the movie? Because it's difficult to sell a foreign movie to a mainstream audience. Like, if the entire bit that's set during, you know, these cool action sequences, like the main parts of the games, is the ancestor storyline. Does this mean that Aguilar doesn't really have a storyline, and he's more there of, you know, a plot device for Callum Lynch in the modern day, and Abstergo, not necessarily a storyline that we're going to continue? I think it's going to be very different from what we've come to know from the games, like the way you get, you know, Ezio's story, or Altair's story, or Connor's story, you know, Anna, Edward, etc. And they all have their own storylines that are important to their character. Because that's the most of the time, that's, you know, they're most of the game. That's what happens there. And, you know, there is a storyline with the modern day in, you know, like Unity and Syndicate, but it's not really that important anymore. And I feel like that's kind of what they're doing now with the movie, is that the modern day is the important storyline for the movie, and the historical aspects are more of a plot device to keep the story moving forward, and not really too much of a set story that's going to be continued on. And I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's strange, because we've come to know kind of a style that Assassin's Creed is from the games, and I think they're reversing that, and it's probably going to be a bit weird. And I think the fact that, you know, I don't see, me as an Assassin's Creed fan, I don't have too much of a problem with the historical aspects being in Spanish. I don't care, I'll read the subtitles. It adds to authenticity, even though the Animus should be technically able to translate that. Maybe it's something to do with the weird claw Animus, which we'll get onto in a little bit. Maybe it doesn't translate, maybe it's more authentic, I don't know, but I don't have too much of a problem with that. The only issue I have is how that's going to affect the balance of the movie, how that's going to affect, you know, Aguilar as a character, how relevant he'll be, that kind of thing. Because you're trying to sell this movie to a mainstream audience, and it's difficult to do that with something that's foreign. And you know, in mainstream movies that do well and they try to sell to a mainstream audience, parts that are in foreign are so small. They're barely in the movie. You know, you get a couple of Russian guys talking to each other, some Turkish people talking to each other, you know, whatever. It's very small. And if they do the same kind of thing, but with the historical aspects, that means we get nothing. Like, it's not going to be even relevant. Like, it's going to be to push the modern day plot forward. And I mean, if the modern day plot is good, I don't mind, to be honest. Like, I'm just gonna go into this movie watching it as a movie. I'm not gonna think, oh, this needs to be just like Assassin's Creed. I'm just gonna go into it being like, is this a good movie? Is this a bad movie? It's just set in the Assassin's Creed universe, but is it good? Is it bad? You know, I'm not gonna go with preconceptions of this needs to be just like the games, because we shouldn't expect that from a movie. But I'm just wondering how it'll affect the Assassin's Creed image of the game, I guess, of the movie, sorry. I mean, I guess, I feel like, will the way they're doing it make it nothing like Assassin's Creed and its own thing that's kind of referencing Assassin's Creed, but not really? I don't know. But honestly, the Spanish stuff, it doesn't really bother me as long as they can explain it off with lore, and you know, it doesn't necessarily affect the story of Aguilar, because I do hope that it's not just a, you know, Aguilar's not just a plot device. Now, as for the Animus, which a lot of people are annoyed about, I'm annoyed about it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Animus, oh, it's so cool. It's really not cool. It's really dumb when you think about it. It's literally a fucking metal claw. What's his name? Fucking Michael Fassbender said the reason for it is because I don't want people, when I go in the Animus, I don't want people to just be bored by looking at me in a chair. It's like, well, we're not going to be looking at you in a chair. The same way that when Desmond goes in the Animus in Assassin's Creed 2, we don't play as Desmond in a chair. We play as Ezio. So Michael Fassbender, when you go into the Animus and you sit on that chair, we then see Aguilar. We don't need to see you. I don't need to see you jumping around a room attached to a metal crane. I don't need that. That doesn't improve the movie. It looks fucking stupid. What about when he's riding a fucking horse? What's gonna be happening there? Just like in midair? Like, what's that all about? What about when he's fucking sleeping? Like, what's that It's fucking dumb. It's so retarded. I hate the new Animus. I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. I kind of get it, but I don't think it's necessary. Like, I understand the reasoning, but I think the reasoning's bullshit. I think that it's a dumb Animus. It looks stupid. The concept is pointless, and I don't want that in the games. And that's something that they've said is, oh, well, as soon as, the team came in to see it, and I think they were really impressed with the Animus, they've talked about seeing it, putting it in the games. It's like, don't you dare put it in the games. Ubisoft, please, if you're listening to this, don't do it. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Stick with what you know, stick with what you're doing, stick with Assassin's Creed. Let the movie do their thing. It may work for the movie. Don't do it in the games, because how would that come into the games? It doesn't make any sense, because the whole point is, there's a link there. The chair or the bed kind of Animus is there as a link between the modern day and the historical aspects. We don't need a fucking crane in the games. Like, it can make sense to me slightly with the movie. We can see Callum Lynch is obtaining these skills through the bleeding effect. We can see him, replicating the skills, so he's learning. But with the games, what are you gonna do? Have 15-minute sections where we jump around on attached to a crane? Is that gonna be the modern day? Because I will kill myself. I stand by this. If the modern day is jumping around attached to a metal crane, I will kill myself. I will film myself being hanged. I will hang myself from the ceiling. I can't. Why would you put that in the game? We don't want that. No fan wants that. I don't know why you would think that, Ubisoft are like, oh, we love the fans' feedback. Well, listen to the fans' feedback, because fucking uproar from that shitty Animus, don't put it in the game. We don't need it in the game. We just need a nice link between, a nice, cool, sci-fi kind of link between the modern day and the historical aspects. The bed, the chair Animus works perfectly. The VR Animus works fine. We don't need a crane. We don't need a fucking crane. Please don't do it. It's unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And guys, right? I need to say it right. So I know we're gonna get one person in the comments that you'd be praising the new Animus, telling me I'm an idiot. I just listed a bunch of reasons for my opinion. It's an opinion. I listed the reasons why. You can't change my opinion ever. It's not gonna happen. It's a dumb Animus. It's a dumb design. It doesn't make sense. It's irrelevant. It's stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna kill myself, I think. I'm too triggered about this Animus. But, yeah, there's not much to say about the movie other than that, and I'm just interested to see what they do with the modern day. I'm interested to see how good Callum Lynch is, because, Michael Fassbender is a great actor. I love, the roles he plays. He's fantastic, as well as all the other actors in the movie. It's gonna be really, really good. They've got a great cast, in the movie, so it should be interesting to see, how this works, and how, the Spanish scenes work, because of course I prefer them speaking Spanish to speaking with English accents, of course, because that was dumb in Unity, and I think that was stupid. But it's one of them things where we're not going to know till we see it. Hopefully we get another trailer soon, because I would like to see more of the movie. And of course I'll do my reaction to it as soon as we get the new trailer, but it's an interesting one with the movie. It's not something that I ever wanted. I mean, I did back in the day, when I was younger, Assassin's Creed 1, 2, I kind of did want a movie. I was like, oh, a movie would be cool. As I got older, I'm like, yeah, we don't need a movie. It's one of them things. Assassin's Creed's a game. It's very difficult to replicate, and I think looking from the trailer, Ubisoft and Fox and whatever have done, a great job of translating Assassin's Creed over to a movie. I think they've done a fantastic job with it looking from the trailer, and I applaud that, because I would hate that job, the job of trying to translate over a video game to a movie, and I think it's probably the best video game adaptation I've seen based on the trailer. However, we won't know until we've seen the movie, and, of course, gonna go see it, gonna give my full review, thoughts and everything. I will probably, film my initial reaction after I've seen it. I'll just, as soon as I come out of, the movie theater, I'll, pull out my phone, make a video, talk about my exact initial reactions, and I'll just, add that to my review video, and I'll make a proper full review after, after a little bit, so I'm not just, it's not a complete knee-jerk reaction, because I tend to do that with everything. But, you know, I am looking forward to the movie. For like, a lot of people think that I'm just mad about it. I'm really not. I'm, you know, I didn't ask for a movie, we've got it, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see what it's like, you know. I don't have too much of a problem. Like, I don't hate the idea, I don't love the idea, it's whatever. It's a thing, it's there, and I'll watch it, and I'll be like, oh, that was cool. And hopefully that's what happens. I'm like, wow, that was really good. They did a really good job with doing that movie. That's fantastic. I'd love to see a sequel. That is the best case scenario. That's what I hope happens. When I come out of that movie, I hope I say to myself, wow, I actually want to see a second one. I really hope that's what they do, and let's just fucking hope they can achieve it. But guys, let me know what you guys think about the movie in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about these different points that I've stated, because I want to get a discussion going. We can talk about the movie, and I'll be in the comments and I'll reply to a bunch of you guys about, you know, what we think about the movie. But I'll probably bring it up to Tyler actually on the next Kill Connor Club, and next Kill Connor Club being not this Sunday, it'll be the next 2 Sundays after that, because this one's pre-recorded coming up on Sunday. It's a really good episode of Kill Connor Club, so sure to stay tuned for that. You can find it on iTunes in the description, as well as SoundCloud, and a playlist on my channel. And on Sunday midday UK time, the newest episode 31 will come up on my channel, and it's really awesome. It's a good episode. But in 2 weeks time, we will definitely have to talk about the Assassin's Creed movie and stuff like that. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I may have rambled on for a little bit, but I do hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
And the wolves kept tumbling down, raining fire from above. Great crowds charge over the hills, but the city's had enough. But if we turn and fight, does it almost feel like we will never fall? And if we unite, we can take this fight straight to the castle wall.